It's hard to believe it's been more than 35 years since the original Top Gun film came onto our screens. A Hollywood action blockbuster that would change everything, especially for those who enjoy films about people flying about in jets and sometimes singing Great Balls of Fire. Now, Top Gun Maverick is now out, but we're not going to let that get in the way of us remembering the best quotes from the original Top Gun film. Should we do it? Let's do it.
Hey, Goose, you big stud!
That's me, honey.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Show me the way home, honey.
Hello and welcome to Screen OD. If it's your first time here, thanks very much for joining us. My name is Tim. I'm an editor and a journalist who's been writing and talking about TV, movies and entertainment for nearly 15 years. If you're a regular on the channel, well, you know who I am. It's good to have you back. Today we're going to be talking about some of the best quotes from Top Gun, the original 1986 film starring Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer and many others to celebrate the release of Top Gun Maverick, the long awaited film that would come after, which some people might call a sequel. Before we get started, a quick reminder that if you haven't already, it's a good idea to be a subscriber of Screen OD if you want to make your streaming life better, because you get the greatest content direct to your feed. And if you like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Right, shall we have a look at some of these quotes then and stop advertising the channel? Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Well, it makes sense that we start with a good quote, doesn't it? Well, I suppose it's always good to start with and hopefully carry on with good quotes. But this one is one that you will hear people say all the time. They'll say it before they get on a push bike sometimes, before they start up their Ford Fiesta and drive down to the supermarket, or even when they're about to get on a train. But all of the things that those people are doing are slow compared to getting into a hypersonic jet, because when you do that, you'll feel the need for... what is it? Oh yeah.
I feel the need for speed.
Next, we have a changing room, locker room. I don't know if there's a special name for the place that you get changed when you're in the Air Force, but we have an altercation between Iceman and Maverick after events in the air have got a little bit out of hand. And this one is one that you'll hear people saying quite a lot. A lot of people like to think that they're a bit Tom Cruise, a bit Maverick when they come out with this one after a couple of drinks, perhaps. Let's see how it goes.
You're everyone's problem. That's because every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe. I don't like you because you're dangerous.
That's right. Nice, man. I am dangerous.
The next quote on our list is a famous and a fun one that comes from the burgeoning relationship between Pete Mitchell, that's Maverick, played by Tom Cruise, and Kelly McGillis's character Charlie Blackwood, who is of course the flight instructor that Maverick isn't that keen on being told what to do by. And we see in this scene him being what some might call cheeky and charming, others might just call plain insubordinate. But anyway, he says this to Kelly McGillis's character, and it doesn't go down particularly well.
Where did you see this?
That's classified.
It's what?
It's classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Lieutenant.
In this next clip, we get a reminder that Pete Mitchell is not given the name that he's given just for fun. He is called Maverick because on occasion he can be a bit of a maverick. And on this occasion, he is reminded that that plane doesn't belong to him. It belongs to the taxpayer, and therefore he shouldn't be taking risks with it, because if he crashes it, he's not the one who's going to have to pay for it. The American taxpayer is, and that ain't on. So he needs to stop doing brave things and start doing things by the book. But would a man called Maverick really start doing things by the book? I doubt it.
Just did an incredibly brave thing. What you should have done was land your plane. You don't own that plane, the taxpayers do.
The next quote we have is from Maverick again, and it's a pretty dramatic one. We see the tension starting to build between Charlie and Maverick in a darkened classroom situation. There has been a training event on a simulator just worked out, and Maverick explains what it's like being up there under pressure in the air. This is all a prelude to a kiss that is coming very soon in the film. But first, before we have that, we're going to have a classic line from Maverick.
The MiG has you in his gun sight. What were you thinking at this point?
You don't have time to think up there. If you think,
You're dead.
Carol and Goose's relationship in the film is something that everyone loves and is something that is sadly mourned for when we come to the end of the film. But it's highlighted by this little exchange in the bar. One of the great lines, one of the great scenes in Top Gun that everyone remembers more than 35 years after it was first committed to film.
Hey, Goose, you big stud!
That's me, honey.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Show me the way home, honey.
And while we're in this bar scene, why not also look at one of the favourite musical moments from the film that isn't exactly a quote, but it is a song. It's when Goose and Maverick get together at the piano and they sing Great Balls of Fire. This is something that will continue to be imitated every time anyone has a piano in a barroom scene, and it just happens that one of them is able to play Great Balls of Fire. But it's also something that you'll just hear people singing now and again, and when they're doing it, they're often thinking of this scene in Top Gun. I mean, they might also just enjoy the song, but the way that you sing it, if you hear it sung relatively badly, then they're probably doing a Top Gun impression. Here's how it looks.
Oh, you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Think about your love drives a man insane. You broke my will, oh what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
So we are nearly at the end of our Top Gun journey. Now don't worry, because this is just looking at the quotes of the 1986 original, and you've got Top Gun Maverick to watch now, which I'm sure will play homage to the original film and have lots more quotable moments in it. So that's double your Top Gun fun all the way to the cinematic bank, if you understand where we're coming from. But before we get to the end, just a quick reminder that if you love TV and movies, it's a good idea to subscribe to Screen OD so you get all the best content direct to your feed. Now, this final quote is from the final scene of the film, which ties together nicely with the final scene of this film. Yep, it's time to look at Iceman and Maverick and their relationship. Will they ever be friends? Well, the closest they're ever going to get is on an aircraft carrier after things seem to have all worked out in the end in the film. Let's see what happens.
You are still dangerous. You can be my wingman anytime.
Bullshit. You can be mine.
Ah, what a lovely moment, eh? And what a lovely end to a film where sort of everything comes right. Not completely, but sort of. If you can't get enough Top Gun action and these quotes have made you excited for more aeronautical fun on the Hollywood screens, then maybe you should go and see Top Gun Maverick, which is out now in cinemas and theatres across the globe. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy what we do here at Screen OD, please do subscribe to the channel and hit that like button so more people can find content just like this. Until next time, have a great day.